how I said we were gonna make mealtime even easier? Let's get started. If you have time, I recommend creating an in case of emergency week-long meal plan for your child that you can share with anyone and everyone who takes care of them. I share ours digitally so everyone has access to it in case of an emergency or when they need to prepare a meal and are confused about what to make. I've included an example of my 7-day simple meal plan for you in the resources of this pillar. I've also included a collection of insanely delicious allergy-friendly cake recipes to keep the fun going on birthdays and holidays. Check the ingredients list in each recipe to ensure your child can have the cake before serving it. As I'm sure you can tell, keeping it simple by cooking and preparing meals with whole food, natural ingredients are what works best for my family. It's the healthiest option for us and is the least stressful option for me. Managing our mental health is just as important as managing our child's food allergies. It's essential to tune into what works for you and your family and chart your path based on your child's needs and your needs at specific times. This is slightly unrelated, but I dreamt I'd be a homeschool teacher when Oliver was born, which makes me laugh so hard now, and never let him out of sight, especially when I learned he had food allergies. I was in love with being a full-time mom as a career until I burnt out. I love being home with my son and seeing the world through his eyes, and yet my love for conscious attachment parenting shifted as I was forced to redefine my parenting style based on our family's needs and how I intuitively felt. I'm saying here, wherever you are on your journey, it's okay to be honest and choose a path that works for you. No shame, and course correct as life requires. We all have vastly different needs and circumstances. That comparison seems silly. You're doing great. Charting a path and choosing an approach to feeding your child can be a delicate dance if you and your partner or caregiver or family members have different approaches to nutrition. Matt and I have different ideas and approaches to feeding Ollie. By now, you know when it comes to meals and nutrition, I'm always considering what could support my child's health and well-being. Whereas my husband, Matt, enjoys the convenience foods more than I do. Where he's more blasé about what Ollie eats, I'm a total nerd about the science of nutrition. Of course, he's vigilant about Ollie's allergies, but he'd be fine if he ate boxed cereal and cream cheese on a spoon all day. Having an open conversation with your partner, child's caregivers, or family members about your nutrition philosophy, why it's important to you and your child, what it looks like in practice, and what your guidelines are may be a good idea. For example, I ask those who care for Ollie, if you're gonna give sweets, please make sure they're allergy-free. And could you keep it to just one, which is never the case, right? This may sound silly, but I really do say this. Beforehand, please give him a fibrous vegetable or protein or fat to help with the blood sugar spike. I usually have to explain that to people and why that's even important to me. For our family, that looks like a cucumber or slices of a cucumber before a chocolate sunflower seed cup, or some whole fat yogurt before having a sweet, some whole milk served alongside a baked muffin. One of the silver linings of food allergies is that it's made my entire family healthier and more educated. Since children model their parents, it's worthy to note and be aware that your eating habits are what your children emulate. After decades of disordered eating and therapy, I learned the immense benefits of keeping positive conversations and language around food and nutrition. I now practice radical acceptance, use my mantra, keep it simple, and do what works best for me and my family. I encourage you to do the same. We'll never achieve perfection here, so don't let perfect be the enemy of good. I thrive in good enough. It may actually be a higher compliment than perfection for me. Simply by being here, you're doing good enough. Let's discuss diet more in depth in the next module. I'll see you there.